Yeah. You can do sick donuts. Look at that. Uh-oh. We did too many donuts. No, wait, we got back up. That actually is kind of cool. This is Monster Jam Steel Titans 2 on the Nintendo Switch. This is a research stream of a game that I played for about an hour before recording this video. Look, I went in with extremely low expectations on this game. I found it on clearance from Walmart basically a week before the Switch 2 launched. So this might have been one of those games in the bargain bin they were trying to get rid of as soon as possible, so they sold off a bunch of stock for like $10. Which raises the question of, okay, why would you buy a video game you've never heard of for $10? Well, it's worth $10 on the used market anyway, so I'm probably going to get back what I paid for it, if we're being brutally honest. This game's a bit better than I thought it was going to be, but my expectations were in the toilet, because I've played a few of these Monster Jam games before on this channel. I think one of them was actually had like a Trials Evolution-like mode, but none of these games are any good, at least as far as racing games or, you know, Trials like super technical obstacle course games. They were usually pretty terrible. This one seems to be an actual like this one seems, it's not just like tiny little races where you just do like you basically do like tiny loops inside of a basketball court, if that makes sense. Like imagine doing a race between two large trucks around a basketball court. That's basically how these games were laid out. They were incredibly lame, with a few like alternate racing modes, but this one seems to be a little bit better in that it kind of matches that open world stuff as a hub area where you could explore and pick up items, but there are also these big wide open races, kind of like Excite Truck. So I'm curious how this game is going to turn out if I spend more time with it, which is why I'm doing this research stream. This game is dumb. Like, there are certain races that I won by basically not sticking anywhere to the race course, because the game isn't really punishing me for drifting outside the race course. So we'll show you how that works later. There is a truck unlocking system, so we'll see how it goes as we play more of the game. Like I said, I've been playing for like a little less than an hour. And I managed to win a few races and lose a few races, but like I managed to win the big races and lose the super short races. So you'll get a chance to sample most of that. It's probably worth going through the tutorial at some point. Hold on. Music might be way too loud. These head-to-head races are usually pretty lame, I'm afraid. Like I said, they're just really short. Like this entire course might be like smaller than a soccer field. So it's half the size of a soccer field, I would say. So it's not that a pitch, sorry. So it's not really that long of a race. So I guess I'll have to show you the tutorial at some point. We'll get to that. Basically, the way it works is that you use the left and right sticks to turn your front and rear wheels independently. So if you want to do donuts like I did at the beginning of the video, you just hold the left stick to the left. You hold both sticks to the left while you're accelerating. But this game has some wacky physics, so most of the challenge is figuring out how to make sense of these physics. I'm just holding down the right trigger. Oh, I'm also off track, so that didn't work very well. I'm going to have to redo this race. Give me a second. One transmission, automatic, steering, advanced dual stick. Yeah, that's how we do it in this game. You steer the rear wheels with the right stick, steer the left wheels with the left stick. But the idea is you drift by moving both sticks to the left or right, which is an interesting way to do it, honestly. But I have to cycle the camera, so give me a second. Restart event. Yes, we're restarting. But I'm definitely going to want to show you the tutorial so I can show you some of the basics. I at least want to give you a taste of what the racing is right away. There we go. You can go inside the truck, too, if you want. Perfect start. Brake. Who needs to brake? We're just going to drift the entire race. I'm already losing, unfortunately. Because you can see, like, the other car behind me is almost caught up. So I'm going to lose this race. Yeah, they're going to catch up to me. So I'm going to lose this race pretty bad. How many laps am I doing? This is the last lap. See, I'm already behind. Oh, well. So I'm going to lose. What? I'm going to lose. Oh, well. That's what I mean. That was the entire race. Again, the entire game isn't like this, but the lamer races are. So, fair warning there, I suppose. See, I lost that, obviously. See, I'm just not a fan of these head-to-head races. Because basically, you can't, like... Well, let me put it this way. There's a little bit of technique to this that I haven't learned, but the races are so short, it's like, whatever. But thankfully, they aren't holding back my progress, because I can just lose this event and then just move on. So the next event is the freestyle, where you have to do sick tricks, like in Tony Hawk or something. So we're gonna unlock more trucks later, and I'm earning experience points by using the different trucks in different races. But I probably should not have chosen this one. We'll see what's going on. This first truck's probably not as good as the one I was just using. We'll see how it goes. As you can tell, this game is not a looker. This looks like a modern game. This looks like a modern budget game being played on a low-spec laptop. Which is what a Switch is, for being honest. Uh-oh, that's not good. You can do donuts while you're rolling on the ground, but you're just wasting time, unfortunately. Can we do both sticks together? Yeah, push both sticks together to stand back up. Okay. You can also reset if you need to. I think you have to hold down the brake button to reset. Again, when I do the tutorial, I'll explain that. So we just have to do tricks. Like a Tony Hawk course. But Tony Hawk's a much better game, but whatever. So I held both sticks outward. Held the left stick to the left, or the right stick to the right. Ideally, you want to be able to do flips. And again, if you press both sticks open, if you press both sticks in, you'll be able to get up more quickly. So the goal is to pick up these triangles and do tricks in the air. But you only get credit for the trick if you stand up at the end. Okay, I'm just dead. I was just literally on my back. It's like a beetle. Shame, really. Careful. Hey, to see me go on my side like that? It's pretty cool, huh? Like I said, the physics are very touchy. So you have to be able to recover in this game. So I got credit for that. Yeah, I'm just dead. Yeah, I'm just literally on my back, so there's nothing I could have done there. Let's hold both sticks in. Hold both sticks out. That is not going to work very well. I'm just flopping around, dog. Look at this. Okay, both sticks in. Well, I didn't do the combo because the game reset, so I couldn't do the combo. I couldn't complete the combo I was trying to do. I was sliding around the ground like I was doing the Humpty dance, I guess. I think I'm having a seizure out here. I don't know, man. So we can do a donut. That's pretty cool. Well, yeah. Guess I didn't stick the landing on the donut. Well, I got credit for it. Now, apparently I'm in third place. Fourth place. If I can do a backflip. Nope. That counts. I stuck the landing. That counts. It never looks like you're going to stick the landing. Still going. Still going. There, stuck the landing. So I'm pretty sure I didn't win anything. I got 6th place. Terrible. Oh well. Again, we're just goofing off at this point until I get to the really interesting races. I guess I'm gonna have to splice up this video so I can like put the tutorial in the front. Yeah, I didn't want to use the training trucks. I should have used the stunt truck because it's got a slightly better transmission, whatever that even means. This game didn't come with a manual. It's a modern game. I don't know what you were expecting. So I guess I'll just have to do the tutorial some other time. Again, I want to say the actual races are interesting, but these duels and the duels aren't that great. The stunts could be interesting, but you got to be able to deal with those physics because the game has some really loose physics. Like you saw me like flopping around on the ground, like, but you can get back up actually easier than you might expect. So I think if you can like abuse some of the tricks. If you can abuse some of the jank, you actually might be able to do some pretty interesting stuff in terms of the physics. Okay, so this is we gotta hit the waypoint then turn around, right? Nope, there it is. Okay, we're off track. Press the left trigger to boost. I'm in 2nd place somehow. And again, these tracks are very bumpy, so you're gonna have to learn how to recover very quickly if you wind up on the ground. Oh yeah, you can do shortcuts. Like this. Like, just ignore the track and just do this. Whoops. Am I in 6th place? Yeah, I think I went the wrong way and I'm in 6th place. Yeah, I might have to redo this. Give me a second. There's 6 trucks on the course, so... Again, there are lots of opportunities for shortcuts in this game because all you have to do is hit the waypoint. You can ignore all the AI trucks, just kind of pick your own path and get to each waypoint as quickly as possible. Doesn't matter how you do it. As long as you hit that waypoint, the game doesn't seem to care where the course goes. Just find the waypoint. That waypoint. Go that way? Yeah, we gotta go that way. Crap. Okay, am I up? Am I up? I'm not up. Now I'm up. I had to hold the accelerator and press both sticks in. So I'm in 3rd place now. Okay, I'm going the right direction. Ish. Ah! Give me a second. The benches you can run over. The houses you can't. Which I guess makes sense. Do a sick donut and hit this one. Do another sick donut and we got one more over here. In 1st place. Did I win? No, I didn't. Still in 1st though. Out the way. Like I said, this is where the game gets interesting. Okay, so the arrow tells you which way to go after you hit the waypoint. Whoops. So it shows you the direction you should be facing after you hit the waypoint. So this kind of stuff I like. Like these sort of wide open races, you know. You won't see this at F-Zero. Does Forza Horizon do anything like this? 'Cause this might be fun. I admit this might be fun in a Forza Horizon game. Which I have one. I have a Forza Horizon game on my Xbox One. I'll probably end up playing it later. Unfortunately, we're in the middle of a heat wave here in Washington, D.C. in the Fallout 3 area. So unfortunately, it's not a good idea to play like big, chonking jet engine consoles like my PS4 and my Xbox One. Not a good idea. My PS3's in the other room. I'm still playing Civilization 2, obviously. So I unlocked another event. But yes, I mean, I like these sort of waypoint races because they're like so wide open and the terrain is so redunculous that you get that you never really know where your wheels are going to land, which I know people are not going to like if they want a more traditional arcade racer. But the ability to just kind of like, but it's like, it makes the races seem way more dynamic. And it gives you way more options in terms of flexibility, in terms of how you can achieve your objectives. But it's clearly a mess. Like, this game is clearly a mess. How do I go to the tutorial area, by the way? Yeah, this is the hub area where you can just drive around, do whatever you want. Maybe practice your stunts. So we got our donut. We break out of it by moving the sticks in the opposite direction. So like I said, press both sticks to the left. You can do a sick donut. Then you wind up on your side, eventually, if you don't do it right. I think these points give us experience points. I forget. Yeah, it's good practice for a stunt mode, I suppose. So yeah, I'm not losing my grip. I'm just doing donuts, and I'm not falling over. So I guess I can do this for a while. Okay, now I actually wound up on my back. What would you call this? The rattlesnake? Press both sticks in. And now I'm back up. Okay. Like I said, this game might be interesting. It just feels like a mess. But it might be interesting. Yeah, I don't know where the tutorial area is. Maybe it won't show me. I don't mind doing this tutorial again. Okay, there and back again. So yeah, select from the options or challenge events. Yeah. So stuff like we can do a race like this, which I believe is a waypoint race, like the one we just did. But yeah, you gotta learn how to do the dual steering, the front and rear steering, which is what the left and right sticks are for. But again, a bit more interesting than I was expecting, a bit more intricate and technical than I was expecting. And making it the default is kind of a gutsy move, if I'm being honest. Because I think the average person might want to play something closer to, like, Excite Truck. And by the way, that my Wii is not that loud, so I can probably pull that out and play that during the heat wave. Because, like I said, for the next week and a half, it's going to be pretty nasty. So it's time to break out the laptops, break out the old retro consoles that don't spew a bunch of heat. Yeah, go anywhere you want. Ignore the other trucks. Just go wherever you want. If you can stick the landing, you can go wherever you want and get to that waypoint. You can shave so many minutes off your time if you do it this way. Of course, again, you gotta stick to all these landings. Otherwise, you're just wasting a bunch of time. I guess the trucks are taking the preferred path. Uh-oh. Yeah, back up. Remember, press both sticks in while accelerating. Yeah, it'll just knock over that water tower. Why not? Okay, they're catching up to me. I don't know how to look behind me. We'll worry about that later. And by doing stunts, you also build up your turbo meter, your nitro meter. And I'm in first place. See if I can go around this mountain and take the shortcut. I don't think I can run over that tree, but I can... Careful, 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 careful! Can I get back up? No. We'll just reset. Okay, so I just did a timeout reset. But that respawn point's pretty nasty, so yeah, I lost a bunch of time doing that. But yeah, man, that's the kind of game this is. These waypoint races are insane. You can come in first by, like, 1,000 car lengths, or you can wind up in last place because you flipped over like that. Yeah, but the old Monster Jam games didn't have any dumb races like this. Like, I think the game's just broken. They just said, you know what? We're not going to fix it. We're just going to let people do whatever. Now, you could play it conventionally, I guess, but I guess if you don't want to cheat. So you can see on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen above my speedometer, you can see how many nitros I have. I have one of them. So 1 pip is my nitro. Can I make it over this mountain? Probably not. At least not on 4 wheels. Again, you're constantly going to be on 2 wheels in this game. But if you can recover, this game actually get a lot more entertaining once you learn how to recover. There's actually a subreddit for this game, if you can believe that. Trying to get back up, and I'm up. Again, that's hilarious. Never seen a racing game where I can do that. I can do that now. Whoa! Now, if you want to stay on two wheels in a traditional racing game, well, this is not the racing game for that. Okay, I'm back up. This isn't good. But when we get to our I knew that was going to happen. But when we get to our destination, we're going to have to stay inside. We're going to have to go through a tiny funnel. So be careful out there. There we go. I'm in first place now somehow. Doesn't feel like I'm in first place. Somehow it doesn't feel like I'm even in the race. And yeah, I'm in first place. I don't trust that. So I guess all the trucks are taking the gentle path, and I'm taking the opposite. This is where we started. So you can see the yeah. Now if you know what you're see. Yeah. So if I had a tighter turn there, I could have made it inside the orange starting wall. So again, if you know what you're doing, you can easily get first place. In a way more entertaining way, I would argue. See, that was the kind of thing I like about this game. Like, you can play it the traditional way, or you can try to go find your own shortcuts. And it might work if you find a nice gentle track and you learn how to recover and you stick your landings. You could actually shave several minutes off your time, I bet. Sounds fun. Again, is it a good game? I doubt it. But there might be some potential here that I did not think was there when I first started playing it. So there is that. I don't know how to get back to the tutorial, so I don't want to have to restart all of them. I don't have to erase my game save just to go to the tutorial. But yeah, you're probably going to have to practice all of that. That's what it sounds like to me. You have to do a lot of practice as far as recoveries and learning what bumps de-doos you can use. Like, this is way wilder than something like Excite Bike, Excite Bike 64, which I don't know if I still own. I might still own that game. I have not pulled out my N64 in a while. But that's one of those summer consoles that I can play when it's just too hot outside, you know? Play some Wave Race 64, that might be fun. So, you can see the map on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, though I don't know where to go from here. And there's some gates, those blue gates I can't open until I unlock unless I unlock some more content, I guess. So literally gated content. So what do I have to do to unlock this gate? There's also like some hidden creatures I think you can find in this game. Like, are they ghost trucks? I don't remember. So this is chapter 2? Okay. Ouch. So what do I have to do to, like, so I don't know how to get back to the tutorial. So there's a question mark here on the map. What does it do? Ice cream. My car's all beat up. Like, this car just flakes off. Like, it doesn't even, like, stick together at all. It just flakes off. You're like, yeah, it's like my car is constantly getting keyed. It's like this car, like, it's got the roll cage, which is nice, but it feels like it's just flaking off like skin when I barely graze it. We gotta know I go around the other way. Yeah, for a $10 game, this seems like an interesting rental, so we'll see how it holds up. But again, you gotta be able to deal with these. My shocks are the worst. We gotta be able to deal with these physics. I wonder if the first Steel Titans game had a bit more juice on it, as far as like similar physics. Yeah, so we're in the area. Ow! I could have swore that was open a second ago. Well, I thought it was open. Maybe it's just... Well, I can't bust it down. I got points for that. Don't know why, but yeah, I don't know, man. So I don't know what those question marks are for. Then you got a big, like, skate park for monster trucks. I'm sure that's cool. Like, I don't know, like, it just feels like in a game like Tony Hawk or in most of these racing games, you just have way more control over your vehicle. But here they're like, you know what? We'll take all the shackles off. Have fun. And, well, we'll see how it goes. Like, it's some potential here in this game, I think. I just have to make sense of it. Like, I can imagine a kid, like, having fun goofing off of the car and then getting bored. I'm curious how this holds up. And like I said, there are these regular Monster Jam games. There's this Steel Titans game. So I'm very curious how all these Monster Jam games are holding up. They're like those Cabela hunting games I've never played before on this channel. There's like a dozen of them. I want to say they date back to the 360 era. I think they might have started in the PS2 era. Those Cabela hunting games. So yeah, when I was growing up in the 90s, you know, I was learning computer science. Like, sure, you want to grow up and make video games. Maybe you want to make the next Expedition 33, which will probably end up making a game like this. Or a Garfield game. This music seems okay. I haven't cranked up the music, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, in the back of my mind...
Timed destruction.
What?
Drivers crush and smash objects throughout the floor area until time runs out.
This seems fun.
The driver with the highest score wins. Chaining together destruction and keeping your combo meter running is the key to winning time destruction. Let's do a practice event to make sure you understand.
I mean, again, I don't think this is going to be the next Text Drive Eve of Destruction on the Xbox or the PS2. But this might be a not terrible arcade racing game. That's not just a vehicular action game might be more appropriate. It's like they were given like the resources to kind of go nuts. It doesn't feel like they were told to make like a completely unremarkable monster truck game. Yeah, we gotta break stuff, dude. And we have no turbo. Blow stuff up. Blow stuff up. And I've been told, at least, I think the subreddit for this game is like, yeah, this might be a bit of a grind. But if the activities are interesting, there might be something here.
Yes!
Yeah, we do. Look at that, doing sick backflips, doing sick somersaults. Unintentionally. So I figure that once you learn what you're doing, this game actually might be kind of interesting. So yeah, props. This game seems way more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I thought this would just be another throwaway game. Like, I bought Cult of the Lamb for $10 last month. That seems kind of interesting. Like, some of these games, like, I wasn't feeling very experimental when I started renting and buying these games. Some of these games actually might be decent. Like, would I pay $50 for them? Nah, but like, you know, 10, 15, you know, maybe. Depending on how much store credit I get if I sell them. I'm good. Come on, get up, get up, get up. Press both sticks outside. Push the sticks outside. Left stick left, right stick right. Okay, so I guess pushing both sticks to the left causes a drift. And pushing both sticks to the right causes a drift, I think. Okay, we're good. We good? Both sticks in. Am I still getting credit for that? Yeah, am I still getting credit for that? Eighth place, huh? Not amazing. Two-wheel skills. That doesn't sound very... This game might be a bit harder than I thought. Like I said, dude, I'm just goofing off. We'll just see how it goes. Wild. Yeah, I'm very curious what the variety of events are.
Two-wheel skills. Try to perform the best stunt combo.
I did a bunch of them.
Sometime during this combo, you must do at least one trick where two wheels are in the air.
Sure.
The driver with the highest score wins. You have limited attempts in this event. Wrecking can end your run. So plan your combo, and when you're ready, get those wheels in the air. I also recommend checking out the advanced tutorial in MJ 101 for more tips. Let's do a practice event to make sure you understand.
Is that a menu option, MJ 101? Let's find out. We'll see if there's a menu option that I can use. But I've been accidentally doing two-wheel skills this entire video, so maybe if I can do it intentionally, I might be a master at it. MJ 101 might be a menu option. So we'll see what's going on with that. Throw him up. Let's do some sick donuts. Like that. And then get back up. So that counts for something. They said two wheels in the air, huh? So let's do let's spin into a trick. So we need at least two wheels in the air. So that counts. Okay, get back up. Okay. But yeah, we can do the little breakdancing thing I was trying to do earlier. The whole sit and spin. Like that. So we got two in the air. Then get back up. So we get credit for that. Get back up. So again, you have to practice using your dual steering with the sticks to recover when you're on the ground like that. But it's gonna take a tiny bit of practice, but you can do it's easier to recover than you might think, but you do lose your bearings more quickly than you would like.
Yes!
This is wild, dog. It's like a dog rolling on the ground on its back, trying to itch, trying to reach an itch. It's hilarious. I think this was always a budget game. I want to say, I want to say it was always a $20 game. And I'm capturing at 30 frames a second because let's not kid ourselves. We're not getting 60 out of this. Not on a Switch. Now maybe the PS5 version gets 60 frames a second. I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, look at that. So you gotta hit the side of these hills at a good angle to get both wheels up. Even if it's just the rear wheels. Yeah, we're not in the area. I held both sticks out, but it wasn't actually getting the car on two wheels. There, we got a donut. We got a donut. We got a donut. Let's get back up. Yeah, we're like gymnasts out here. We're just kind of flopping in random directions. Pretty cool, huh? There we're two wheels again. And we can get back up. Again, I shouldn't be able to do that, but it feels like I'm on springs. Which is kind of cool in its own way, if I'm being honest. Can I get back up? Yep, I can get back up. Wait. No, I'm not back up. So am I in first place? After flopping around like an idiot, did I get first place? Nope. Actually, yeah, I did. Messed around, got a triple-double. Flopped around, got a triple-double. Flopping around like a fish. Got first place. First place flopper. Was that like Kobe? Like, I forget who it was. Was it Luka? I think it was Luka. Luka Doncic. All-star flopper. MVP. MVF, more like it. Like I said, flopped around, got first place. That's how you fail up, I guess. Again, I've been accidentally doing two-wheel tricks this entire video. I can barely stand up.
Waypoint Race. Drivers take the race off-road in this competition. Traverse the world from waypoint, gate to gate.
Yep.
Paying close attention to your compass and avoiding wrecks is key to reaching the finish. Let's do a practice event to make sure you understand.
Is this a wide open race, or is it like a really tight corridor-like race? Again, if I'm gonna play a racing game, I'd rather play something like this than something like, you know, Need for Speed Shift, or like an F1 racing game. I probably wouldn't like very much. I tried playing a few of them, like Project Cars, you know, like a very technical racing game. So I did actually watch an F1 race last weekend. Because I think it's F1 season right now. I'm like, you know what? I remember I played F1 Manager on this channel. I think it was F1 Manager 22. And I said, you know what? I think I understand the basics of racing now. Like, I think I finally get some of the appeal. I mean, I wasn't actually driving any of the cars, you understand. Okay, so this is a very tight corridor race. You can't really do a lot of shortcuts, I suppose. So I'm going to have to, like, do some nitro here. Careful. It's like Ivan Iron Man Stewart. Only way harder to control the cars. That game was more like Super Sprint, if I'm being honest. So I used up all my nitro. Hold on. That's not good. I'm in 6th place, too, dog. Yeah, this is not gonna work. This is supposed to be a practice? Was this supposed to be a practice race? Because I'm getting my butt kicked out here. Yeah, man, I'm not very good inside of these circuits. I need wide open spaces. Was that the Gravedigger? Haha. What was that game? Wreckfest. Yeah, Wreckfest did a bit of this, a bit better. Like, Flat Out is a game that has a lot of really great physics in it, but your cars are a bit more stable. This is not that. Darn it. I think I'll just lose this race. I think I'll just call it. Because I'm not going to come back from this. So we're supposed to do 3. Yeah, I just got completely blown away. I was somehow supposed to do 3 laps. I couldn't even stay on the track. Yeah, these simple races are really fraught, but the wide open races are the ones I seem to have a lot of potential in, if I'm being honest. I don't even know which way I'm supposed to go, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I don't even know which way I'm supposed to go. Yeah, man. I don't think this is going to work out too well. So we'll give this game a couple more minutes, and I'll come back and play some more later. I mean, I am reasonably shocked by how interested I am in playing more of this game, even though I know it's probably not going to hold up. But yeah, for like a few hours, this game seems pretty fun for a rental. Eat it! I don't know what all that green slime is. I don't know what that green goo is. Like, are these trucks farting? Like, why is there green gas emanating from those cars? Is it methane? Yeah, these cars running on methane. What are we doing here? But I don't know if those buses are out of out of the way. I don't know if those buses are out of service anymore, but we had a lot of buses here in Montgomery County, Maryland, running on natural gas for a while. They stunk, but they were running on that gas. I think that was like old school, like Jimmy Carter era, 1970s, like belief that methane was cleaner burning than gas, than like oil, petroleum. But I think we finally moved on. Most of our vehicles have moved on to like battery powered. So we'll see how it goes. I'm still up. So I'm not going to come in last, I don't think. But, yeah, this is kind of tight. Out the way! Freaking school bus. That's hilarious. Wheels on the bus, am I right? I got to figure out how to do these drifts. But again, the dual steering means you can kind of power slide into all these turns if you know what you're doing. You just have to stay on your wheels. I'm doing better than I expected, if I'm being honest. You might have to stay in front of these guys, keep from getting in front of you. Yeah, I should have stuck to my drift there. Out the way! Out the way! Out the way! Wow! I somehow came in third. So I guess when I started paying attention, so if I was focusing on staying upright, I was doing way better than if I was just kind of sliding around. Like, focusing on keeping stable was actually somewhat important in that race. Amazing. And I somehow came in second throughout all that nonsense. Grave digger. Higher education. That must be the school bus. Higher education. What's with the big, yeah, what's with the big fire hydrant? What are we doing here? So am I the Black Panther? Is that what I am? Is that what my car is? I didn't change the color. Unlocked higher education. Is it like a Willie Nelson bus? Does it run on hemp? I mean, it's also elevated, so that's kind of cool. Time destruction. Yeah, the time destruction might be fun. I wouldn't say it's that mindless, but yeah. Like I said, this game, maybe there's something here. Again, for like a budget, for like a change of pace, this might be okay. So I'm not getting rid of this game right away. I mean, there are several other games I kind of want to get rid of sooner rather than later. Like, yes, I'd rather play this than Last of Us. Fight me. But yeah, yeah, like I said, I haven't been feeling very experimental. I've been too busy burying my head in like Oblivion and Civilization 2 on the PlayStation 1. And again, this is the time of year you would play like a Civilization game. Like, it's really hot, you don't want to move. You want to stay underneath a fan and play a game for like 8 hours during the middle of the day, which is what I'm going to be doing today, most likely. And I got to do some cleanup, so I'll do that as well. So yeah, I am reasonably interested in this game. So we'll see how it goes. Recorded this audio with my Turtle Beach Nintendo Switch headset. I think it's a Turtle Beach 50. I think it's a Recon 50. I'm not sure. It's definitely a Recon set. And I captured this audio with the audio splitter, red and green splitter, plugged into my J5 Create capture device. Recorded directly on a laptop. So there's a bit of input latency come from the capture device, maybe a couple of frames. But this game's only running at 30 frames a second anyway. I captured at 60, so we'll see how it goes. I'm capturing this on the Evolve Windows 10 Education Pro laptop, using the Windows 10 camera app to capture at 60 frames a second at 720p. We're probably gonna reduce that to 30 because I don't think the game's running at more than 30 frames a second at any time. But I'll turn up some of this music and we'll play more of this later.